All right, sitting here with my man Brandon Cole, Senior Marketing Director, World Financial Group. Brandon, just tell us a little bit about your background.
Come from a professional athletic background. I played professional basketball in another country for a couple of years, actually in the Philippines. Outside of that, I had a degree in graphic and web development, so I worked in the design field in Pleasanton for quite some time before the company kind of going belly up, and I got introduced to this business. And I saw the amazing opportunity that we had to own our own business and take advantage of the opportunities that we provide for not only ourselves but for others. And man, the rest is history.
Cool, man. What'd you like about it when you saw it?
I realized right away that the information I thought I knew in regards to financial services, stocks, mutual funds, 401ks, what everybody thinks they know, I realized that it was pretty much obsolete. They're called employee plans for a reason. And the more I self-educated myself on not only what it is that we do for people, but what the wealthy have been doing with this money all this time, I just realized right away that it's something that I can not only see myself benefiting from, but looking forward into and for a business for myself.
Very cool. So just out of curiosity, I mean, so what's your favorite thing that we do for clients?
Favorite thing that I think we do for clients?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's a joy that you have from truly educating somebody on their finances, like putting them in a better situation than what they were in before. When we leave a person's house, we really have changed their life. Like one of my missions every time I sit down with the family, I always say, by the time I leave here, if nothing else, I'm going to increase your net worth by $500,000 to $1 million. And when you really stop and think about that, if the average person had that type of power behind their last name, their whole situation would change. Quite frankly, you and I wouldn't even know each other if that were the case. And for most people, they don't have anywhere near that type of net worth. The family's not leaving a legacy. They're not setting up the next generation for a better future. They're almost leaving them with debt and liabilities as opposed to leaving a legacy, which is what they're fighting and working for, but they just don't do it.
Yeah.
So there's just a huge power in just being able to help people in that fashion.
Absolutely. Cool, man. And then, so as a business opportunity, there's a lot of things that people can do out there to make money. What do you think about this business opportunity?
What I think? It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, from a perspective of always wanting to be an entrepreneur right away, I knew that my father taught me a long time ago that you have to find a need. And if you find a need, it has to be something that's kind of recession proof. One thing I love about our business opportunity that we have here is, pretty simply put, it is recession proof. Regardless if the market is up or is down, we're still going to profit from that, because if the market's up, we're able to help lock in people's gains. If the market is down, we're able to protect people from any further losses. So regardless of what happens here, we have a solution for whatever a person's need is. Doesn't matter if they're wealthy or they're just getting started or they're somewhere in between, we have a solution. So we don't turn people away. So it makes it the perfect business for us, because not only can we go out and provide for ourselves, we can then teach others how to do the same. Mm-hmm. And once again, there's just a power in that you don't get working a job.
Yeah.
Even, for example, if you compare this to Uber, we're like the Uber of the financial industry, but the only difference is that with Uber, you can only drive so many hours in a week.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to beat your car up, you're going to mess your back up, and you're going to do all that for maybe $2,000, and here we can make that in 30 minutes.
Yeah. So, for example, and kind of the reason why I wanted to, I always try to interview who's hot right now. So Brandon's hot right now, and so how much did you make last month? Just out of curiosity.
About $23,000.
$23,000. Nice. And how old are you? Just.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
I'm 28.
Come on, man. 28-year-old making $23,000 a month. And what are your goals for this upcoming year? Like income goals? Like what do you see?
Income goals, without a doubt, $500,000.
$500,000. Do you know any other 28-year-olds are just saying that with such confidence? Right. That's why I kind of want to bring that up, because that's just the beginning, right? You've only been in business what? 3 years, 2 years.
It hasn't even been 3 years.
Hasn't even been 3 years. So it's
Yeah,
just,
bro.
it's awesome, right? And that's just what I'm looking to do by interviewing some of these people, just kind of show you the opportunity that's out there, because that's life changing, wouldn't you say? Like before that, did you have that goal before you started here?
Nah, man. I was just trying to make like $2,000 to $3,000, $4,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So you say like your mindset changed and.
Absolutely, especially in the last, I want to say in the last 4 months,
Mhm.
I've made no less than $10,000, which is
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome.
So it's exciting because everybody always says they want to be their own boss, and everybody always says that they're going to change their family's last name forever. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the opportunity we have allows us to do that. So I mean, I'm buying my mother her dream home. I'm trying to help my family get out of debt. I'm trying to create I'm creating a legacy for my last name. After my generation, my family's last name will never be the same. And it's just there's a pride that you have in that, in ownership. Like no one has to. I don't have to ask anybody for permission to go on vacation. I was able to for date night the other night. I took my wife on a helicopter ride.
I saw that, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like you can't do that with a regular job. Like so.
Helicopter dates,
Yeah,
no big deal.
Cool. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And then so you're also, other cool thing that Brandon's working on, we have expansion opportunities, so we are expanding. So he actually just opened up an office in Alabama.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
How's that going?
It's going great, man. It's
Yeah.
exciting because once again, I'm creating that legacy for my last name. I've always told my parents when I was young that I'm going to bring business back home, and my family, 99% of my family is from Alabama. I'm the city boy of the family.
Mm.
So I always said, I'm gonna buy you your dream home, and I'm gonna bring business back to Alabama, and I'm gonna find a way to get the family together and start to create a family business. And I thought it was gonna be like through the NBA or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that I'm still wearing a suit like I thought I would be, but it's not. It has nothing to do with me being in the NBA.
Mm.
I'm in finance now.
Mm-hmm.
So with me now bringing that office back home to Alabama, it's bringing the family together.
That's awesome.
Both sides of my father's, my late father's side of the family, and then my mother's side as well. So it's exciting because I'm seeing the hope that they have in us, and they're starting to trust. They're starting to entrust us with their finances, and they're believing the mission. They understand what we're trying to do, and they're very supportive. So it's exciting because, 2.5 years ago, you told me that I'd be opening offices in multiple different states and be making a multiple six-figure income. I probably would have laughed at you.
Yeah.
So,
That's
all
awesome, man.
possible, I guess.
And that's the other cool part I like about this business is, I probably would never got to meet Brandon other than this, and so I'm again glad to call him a friend and a colleague. We've been sitting here talking for hours about business, so I figured I'd just interview him. But yeah, man. So looking forward to sharing your success this year, and we'll check back in later on.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.